Well, good morning and welcome back to Log Cabin Firewood. So today we've got a little bit of snow and we've got some subarctic temperatures coming through. Let's see what we can get into. So hey guys, my name's Jack and this is Log Cabin Firewood. Had a ton of new subscribers, so if you're new, thank you so much for the sub. And if you've been here for a while, thank you so much for your continued support. As some of you know, we installed this central boiler, 760 Classic Edge, I guess in the fall of 2024. And now we are in January. It's actually January 20th today. And we got a little bit of snow. In Thursday's video, I said I was unsure if this snow was gonna come through. Well, it didn't end up coming until later on that afternoon, which was good. Because if it would have came during the day, I think we would actually got the 3 to 5 inches they were calling for. I think we might have got maybe 1.5 inches. And this isn't even like snowman making snow. It's super icy, but that's cool. I did fill the boiler up last night pretty heavily, a lot more than I normally do. I'm still learning this thing. This is a huge learning curve. It did just kick off. I'm gonna check it out real quick. I'll show you the burn percentage. So this thing kicks on once it hits 164, and I'm at 34% burn efficiency. And this thing just literally kicked on a few minutes ago. And the snow on the roof of this thing shows you how well insulated these units are. The water in this thing gets to 185 degrees. And there's a ton of snow chilling on this thing. I mean, it's ice. It's kind of melting now that the sun's coming out hitting it. But I'm gonna give this a few seconds and I'm gonna open the door and stir it up and feed her. So we're now at 52% burn rate, efficiency, whatever. So I'm gonna go ahead and open the bypass door and we're gonna see what it looks like inside. And it was actually at 57 when I just flipped the switch. So there should be a good fire inside now. So there we go. We got a good coal bed in there. There's a little bit of unburnt wood. And I really filled this thing up last night. I mean, it was probably 3/4 of the way full. So let's stir this up and chuck some more in here. Sometimes you just got to step back when the smoke comes and gets you. And yes, I know, I should probably have a mask on, guys, whatever. So I'm learning that with this machine, you got to have a couple pieces of unspent fuel down in here. What I was doing initially was running this thing down where there was no spent fuel in there. And just a coal bed, it doesn't really like that. A little bit more research and watching more videos is teaching me that these gassers, you gotta have a few pieces in there of, you know, charcoal type wood. And we are still on cherry and oak. And I'm gonna load this thing up pretty heavily today because it's supposed to be 9 degrees later on. I'm also finally getting into some bigger wood and not so many cookies. When I actually start cutting wood for this thing, I'm probably gonna cut my stuff 20 inches. Because this stack that I'm pulling from, some of these are like 10-inch little pieces and all knotty, crotchy. Throw it all in here. So it is currently 10:59. We'll call it 11 o'clock, 11 a.m. on Monday morning. I'm gonna come back, you know, before bed and take another picture of this, and I'll show you what it is. And then I'll try to remember to get up. I leave for work about 3:30. I'll come out here at 3:30 and we'll show you how much it's spent. So as it's getting colder, we are burning a little bit more wood. You can see here, I mean, this was probably half of a phase cord yesterday when I recorded Thursday's video. But this thing, for how warm my house is and how cold it is out here, I'm still super impressed. So if you're new here and you're new to this gasification stove, I talk about this very often and why I chose a gasification stove. But I'm trying to get you out of the sun so we can actually see this. If you see the emissions that are coming out of this thing, where do you see it anywhere else besides maybe, I don't know, this is probably 15 feet away from the stove. The way these gassers work, it's basically what is emitted out of there is the last 10 or 15% or whatever percent moisture is in your wood. It's burning the unspent gas and fuel that's down in this reaction chamber. And that's right here. So this is a downdraft stove. So you saw there was wood in here and there was a little fire on the bottom. And yes, it does get pretty intense in there, but this top chamber pressurizes and it's got a primary and secondary air inside of this second part here. And then down in the bottom is where the afterburner kicks in. So let me go ahead and open this door and I'll see if I can get the afterburner to kick on so you can actually see how this thing gases. And right now I'm at 167 degrees water temp and we're at 79% burn rate. So it's doing pretty good with what it's doing, already starting its gasification process. But let me open this up real quick and I'll show you. So this thing's got a, you can see there's a fire in there, but if I force this, you should see it start coming down and whirlwinding in there. So it's like a torch inside here, and that right there is what heats the heat exchanger in the back of this thing. So this is where all the fire and flame come. It forces itself down instead of going up, and that's how it produces less smoke. And guys, I've been putting a couple shorts out. I also put a short out that all my friends have tractors, or something like that was the song. Pay attention to detail, because I didn't buy a tractor. My neighbor bought a tractor, because I got friends with tractors. Oh look, and he's even getting my dog's ball for me. I love these guys. So I've had a few questions to show how this thing works. I did do a short video on YouTube and TikTok and everything. I've been trying to grow my presence on TikTok, so if you guys are on TikTok, go over and check that out for me. We're at 77% still. Like I said, this takes a few minutes for it to get, you know, back to where it needs to go. So while we're here and we got the neighbor's tractor, we may as well talk a little bit about what's going to be coming up here at Log Cabin Firewood. So we are no longer going to be processing wood over here in my little corner of a driveway. We're going to be setting up shop over here at the neighbor's. So my neighbor's grandson wants to get into the firewood game. And since they let me use all their stuff, I'm going to let them use my stuff. And he can do his own firewood. I can do my own firewood. There's plenty of room for both of us to work next to each other, work together, and do what we're going to do. So that's kind of the plan. And we're walking over here now. I'll show you kind of the area that we're going to be set up in. You can see the neighbor. He's got a bunch of his stuff ready to go over here. And again, this is not perfect firewood. Will it burn? 100% yes. Is it something that I would sell? No. Most of this will become his own personal heat. So I'll start talking as we're walking up here. So this whole little group of trees here. And some of these building materials and brush and all this is gonna come down. There's some oaks, there's some gums. That's really all I see is oak and gum in here. And a maple, red maple, I believe. But all of this right here, and there is a drivable loop here, is going to come out. We're gonna flatten this area off. We're gonna put some stone down, and we'll have storage along the outer edges for logs coming in, because I am still planning on buying logs. But all this wood here will become Little Man's. And you guys met Little Man a couple weeks ago when he was running my 916. You know, Little Man, he splits all the wood for the old man that lives over here, and that's where they stay warm. I'm still gonna be stocking my wood at my house. I'm still gonna stack, but I'm gonna show Little Man how to make bins over here. And we're gonna be kind of working together. You know, I'll help him, he helps me, but his is his and mine is mine. But yeah, that's what I got going on over here. I figured I would just show you a little bit of this while we're here. So I'll really have to look at this once we get these trees down and get this part graded, because it's a pretty good portion of land over here to play with. And I want to be able to set my splitter up where the conveyor is, you know, facing, you know, this road somewhere, because this is a little like U-shaped drive. So I might have the conveyor like where it spits out right here. We'll have to figure that out. That way I could just drive right under it, and then as I get a load, I can take it to my house and stack it. And then as Little Man gets a load, he can take his load over to wherever we're gonna put his drying area. But I think this is gonna be a good spot for us. I think it's gonna be a good move for me. Yes, my equipment will be over here across the street, but I'm okay with it, because I use enough of their stuff so they can use mine. We take care of each other around here. I will stand by that forever. So my driveway is definitely nice and empty now. So it's gonna be different having this spot to park in again, rather than it being my wood processing center. So is this gonna be a permanent move? No, probably not. But for the time being, yeah, we're gonna split across the street. All right, guys, so it is now 6 o'clock. So we loaded this thing at 11 o'clock, so got a couple hours burn time on this thing. We'll see what's in here. I'm gonna load this up a little bit before I go to sleep. I don't know what we're even at. 183, so this thing just ran. I just went out and got some groceries. Oh yeah, look, there's still plenty of wood in that thing. Plenty, plenty, plenty. Looks like I had a little bit of bridging going on. Yeah, I did. So if you can see here, there's a gap down there. I need to go through and tap this stuff so it actually falls down on itself. All right, so we added a little bit more wood to this. I might add a few more pieces because it's supposed to be 9 degrees tonight. But I'm also going to dumb my garage down a little bit. I've got it set to 70 since I've been home all weekend. I'm not gonna keep it at 70 this week while I'm at work. So here is a 4 a.m. checkup. I'm getting ready to leave for work. And this thing fired up, I guess, I don't know, 10 minutes ago. It's at 87%, so it's working itself up to 100. I'm gonna throw this bypass door and we're gonna take a look at what's inside. You'll see the smoke start rolling out of this thing once you flip this bypass. Actually, it's about the same. And again, a little bit of bridging going on there. But there's still a good fuel load in here. We'll shut this for a sec. And just by me opening the door and kind of pushing the bridge down, I didn't show you because the flame's pretty intense right now. We're right up to 100%. She's chooching, but it's not white smoke, it's just steam. Pretty impressive. Off to work I go, guys. Happy Tuesday. Well, hey guys, it's about 6:30 now. I just got home from work. We're gonna see what this thing did all day. I already threw the bypass, so there should be a good fire going in here. We're at 163. So we did good, and I even threw some cardboard in here this morning, and the cardboard's still sitting there. We're gonna poke this around and yeah, stir the ashes up. So we filled the thing up a little bit. This should be plenty to get me through the night. We got some pretty cold nights this week, but we'll go ahead and close this. I'll give you a little light show up here. You can see there's flames coming out of it. So I've read if you see black smoke coming out of this thing, it's your fire's good and hot and it's cooking off the creosote. But we're not gonna let this go for very long. I don't want to smoke out the neighborhood. So gasification mode, here we go. And you can see it clean itself right up. And then that black smoke is gonna keep going. But that's all I got for you today, guys. Let me know if you think this will work out for me. I guess we will see. And obviously we gotta wait a little bit till the ground's not frozen, because we're gonna dig all these trees up, dig all the roots up, and actually grade this out and put some stone in here. Or, I don't know, it might stay dirt for a little bit. We'll see what happens. I don't know if it'd be worth putting the stone in here. It's probably a couple $100 worth of stone. But, yeah, guys, that's all I got for you today. Take care of each other, and I'll see you next time. Thanks so much for watching.